up one of the biggest stars in all of sports, Gervonta "Tank" Davis. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, man, that was tough. That was tough, dude. Let me tell you how tough this was. Gervonta "Tank" Davis, he shows up 2 hours late. All right. First of all, everyone else got their workout in. Okay. Everybody got their workout in. I think Ryo was a little bit late, but nothing to go crazy over. Gervonta was so late that I ended up muting my phone, cooking food for me and Knox in the box. Ate, watched, I think 3 episodes of Seinfeld reruns. I think it was 3 episodes. Like towards the end of the last episode that I watched, I looked down and said, oh shit, Tank. And I see Tank, and this was his media workout.
All of sports, Gervonta "Tank" Davis. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank you all for joining us here.
Hey, bro, I felt pranked. Like I felt like I got punked. All right. And listen, dude, I couldn't help but to laugh. It was just hysterical to make everybody wait at Gleason's gym and around the world to just bounce. And honestly, it doesn't give too much confidence about what we can expect tomorrow. Honestly, time is precious, especially for me. All right, I was going to go to the gym and I said, nah, let me go ahead and watch this so I can do my job and all that. You put everything on pause and, 2 hours late and then he just leaves. I mean, that's enough to make even a Tank fanboy pretty pissed. All right. I don't think everybody was anticipating. I think a few people left. I think I left for a while, came back and stuff like that. I'm talking about the live stream. Either way, I do have a take. All right, you can't really get too much out of what Tank did, which was funny. But I still have a take about the fight. I was looking at Lamont Roach media workout. Lamont Roach is going to be knocked out extremely violently very early in the fight, and it's going viral. That's what I got from his media workout. His feet just seems too tight. You know what I mean? His feet doesn't seem like it has enough fluidity in it. Like it's just kind of, and that's how he is. Very standard. That's what I want to say. And his guard and his stance, his shoulders, and I've been saying this from the very beginning when they announced the fight. And we all looked at it in my ShowBizz the Morning podcast. He is so squared up. His shoulders are so, if you know boxing, you're going to have some great head movement and timing with your upper body if you're going to fight that squared up. But you don't want to. You want to give as little to hit as possible. That's why you have people like Shakur Stevenson, who stands very great sideways. Teofimo Lopez. You want to give everyone, you just want to give as little area to hit as possible, especially when you're going up against a banger like Gervonta "Tank" Davis. He's so squared up, all right? And I'm looking at his stance and his feet, and I'm saying Gervonta is going to knock, because Gervonta is going to throw a punch when the opening's there. Well, the opening's always going to be there. There's too much to hit to the body and to the head. And I think Gervonta, with his fast feet and just everything that he possessed, I think he'll knock Roach out by accident. I think he's going to knock him out just from muscle memory, just from his technique. I think he knocks him out just by going through the motions, because I think Roach is going to be there. Tank isn't a guy who just tries to go out and knock you out early. But I think he's going to be violent come Saturday. I think he's going to try to make a statement, because Shakur Stevenson just fought with Padley, and we all know that everybody's like, so I think he's trying to send a message like, don't ever put this guy in my league. Even if, Shakur was supposed to beat Padley and I supposed to beat Lamont Roach, here's the difference, right? I think he's going to try to show that, and I think it's worth it. All right, I mean, I'm going to be there to see the viral KO. Another thing, though, about what I see, all right, for March 1st. The back of Lamont Roach's head, and I'm not being funny, that peanut, that hook, that nugget he has in the back of his head looks like, and this isn't even funny, but it looks like it's just prone to bounce off the canvas. And that is a very dangerous thing. And I mean, as a huge Roy Jones Jr. fanboy, back when I was a fanboy, that stuck in my head when he got knocked out against Glenn Johnson.
Well, he turned it up against
He takes a right hand and a left hand, and he's on the canvas again for the second time in 2 fights. And for the second time in 2 fights, he's not going to get up, and he's been knocked out again.
When I look at the back of his head and fighting Tank, I cannot help but to be like, yo, he's going to get knocked out nasty. And the back of his I could just see the back of his head bounce off the canvas. I could see some Roy Jones type shit. And you know, I hope that's not true, but that's what I see. I'm sorry, and you know, he's prone to just get caught. And I just hope that he's okay after Saturday. And that's my genuine take. I hope that he's okay. The rest. I got Gary Russell over El Rayo, and I'm not secure after the media workout. Rayo looked sharp, he looked great, and Gary looked a little sluggish, and I was just like, but it's a media workout, all right? I know Gary Russell going to go out there explosive. I think Gary Russell is going to be everything we wanted Pitbull to be, and he's going to be that naturally. I think he punches harder than Pitbull. I know people may have some pushback, but the knockout percentage shows that. Gary Russell's a bigger puncher than me than Pitbull. People have been kind of surviving Pit, but like as his, you know, level of opposition grown, people have been really surviving Pitbull. I think he punched harder than Pitbull. I think he's bigger, of course, than Pitbull. I think he's more explosive than Pitbull and more athletic. And I think when he attacks El Rayo, I think it's going to be what we expected out of Pitbull, unless he is sluggish, how he was looking, and El Rayo is just that much more explosive with his punches and how fluid he looked. He just looked amazing in the media workout. But let me know how you feel in the comments below. What do you think about Gervonta Tank Davis? I don't have much of a reaction. How he looked, or what he did, rather, showing up late and then just leaving like that. It just seemed almost disrespectful. I'm to his fans. I'm gonna be. It just felt disrespectful. But we'll see tomorrow. I know there is the press conference with Eubanks and Ben, which is a bigger deal right now. Like that has taken over this fight week. I'm definitely gonna be more excited and lit to watch that, to see what happens there, more so than what happens with Gervonta and Lamont Roach press conference, because I mean, more than likely it's going to start late, and I'm not sure if Tank's going to show up, and I don't know what to expect. But let me know how you feel in the comments below. ShowBizz for the dope. I'm out.